Passing you. So it passes to Harsh's team now.
Does
Harsh,
anyone in my
who
team know
wants
this?
to take this one?
I can't see Gauri here. Okay, so Gauri's there. Paul and Rupi, I don't think. So I'll go with, no one has an idea, no? So I'll go. I'll say Dilip Kumar.
And Dilip Kumar will get you the points. That's a great steal by Harsh Hegde. So that's 1 point to QQQ, kicking off tonight's first score. Back to 1 second. Where was I? Yeah, coming back to your second question, Devika.
Somebody's unmuted. There is a disturbance.
Okay, it's me. It's me. It's me.
Yeah, Harsh, can you please mute yourself?
Thanks.
Okay, Devika. Here's your next question. In an episode of Mad Men, Don Draper, on seeing the frequency of flower deliveries to her office, asks Joanne Harris if she was seeing Prince Ali Khan. Now, which 40 superstar was Ali Khan, son of Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan III, married to in real life? The actress was still legally married to her second husband, Orson Welles, during the early days of her courtship with the prince, and their wedding marked the first time a Hollywood actress became a princess. The time starts now. Time's running out, Devika. Do you have an answer? I'm going to have to pass it to your team.
Yeah, I'll pass it to my team.
Passing you then, Raji.
Team. Anyone knows anything? So I will say Greta Garbo.
Passing you. This is another chance for a steal from Harsh's team. Harsh, who do you want to nominate for this answer?
Paul, Rupi, Gauri, any idea? Gauri, what? Don't show your fingers if you don't have idea. Okay.
Pure guess.
Okay. In that case, I'll take
You have
it
5
myself.
seconds more, Harsh.
I'll say Catherine Hepburn.
Passing you also on that one. Does anybody in the audience, do we have an audience? Does anybody want to try this one?
Yeah, is it Grace Kelly?
No.
Grace Kelly.
No.
That was some other princess, I think.
Yeah.
Monaco.
But you guys are in the same-ish ballpark. Think of any other big.
Yeah, Hayward.
Jane Mansfield.
It is Rita Hayworth. You should have gone for it, Devika.
No, I think you want it now.
Yeah, so it was Rita Hayworth who made quite the headlines back in the day for marrying Prince Ali, and she kind of took a hiatus from Hollywood after the marriage and got involved in horse racing and other things.
I had read some headlines back in the 40s about this.
In the 40s, you heard about this, Raji?
I think Delson is dropped. Anyway, let's just continue.
Okay, so back to the grid. We have Gauri Ale coming up next. Gauri, what's going to be our topic for tonight? I have a guess, but I'm going to see what Gauri goes for. Are you going to go for the obvious one?
Yeah, that, but then I won't know and I'll feel horrible.
Smart move.
Yeah, strange sounding animals.
Strange sounding animals. Okay, that's a nice safe bet. Strange sounding animals, Gauri. Here's your first question coming right up. What stocky carnivorous marsupial was named for what early colonists considered to be its unearthly howling and viciousness? Earlier known as the Diabolus ursinus and now as the Sarcophilus harrisi, which translates to Harris's flesh lover, this animal is known for its stocky and muscular build, black fur, pungent odor, keen sense of smell, ferocity, and extremely loud and disturbing screech. Your time starts now. You have 30
Tasmanian
seconds.
devil?
It's a great answer there, Gauri. That's 2 points to Gauri for that one.
Oh,
a very, very confident answer
Thank
there. Gauri clearly knows her ferocious animals. Going on Moving on to the next one. So that's 2 points, okay? Yeah. During breeding season, the male ex-bird inflates air sacs around its neck and then deflates them, belting out an eerie, buzzing growl sound. Now, occasionally compared to the whine of a chainsaw, or less convincingly to a cow's moo, this South American native's marvelously strange call is out of this world. Identify this loud bird who shares its name with a religious order of Franciscan friars within the Catholic Church who wear brown robes with large hoods. Lots of clues in the framing here.
Hmm.
Start your times. You're on the clock. Time's up, Gauri.
No, I
Do you
don't
have an
know.
answer on this one?
My
So I'm going to
team.
have to pass you to your team, Gauri. Harsh, who's going to take this one? Harsh, are you there?
Okay, so I think no one has a clue, so I'll say Jesuits.
Passing you. We're going to Rajiv's team now, which is, and I can see a lot of
Anyone has-
enthusiastic hands coming up there.
Okay, I hope Nelson gets back sometime. But anyway, okay, I'll go for this. I'll say Benedictine.
Good answer there, but not quite the right one. Does anybody in the audience want to try this one?
I feel
This
so
was
much
cracked in the
better now
previous.
that
This was
Rajiv
cracked in the
knows.
previous round by the previous teams.
Is it a monk bird?
No. Come on, keep going.
Is it
Pope
the
bird.
capuchin?
It is the capuchin bird.
Oh shit. I thought of it, but
Yeah, it is the capuchin bird. The other giveaway clue that I considered putting was about the capuchin monkey. But yes, it is indeed the capuchin bird. That's two close guesses by Rajiv's team after the question was asked. Back to the grid now to Rajiv's team. We have Delson Roche coming up next. Delson, what's going to be your topic for tonight?
Wait, I just saying you are sharing. Is that
Delson, you're not very clear. Can you repeat that, please?
yes, Rajiv, can you go back to connect again?
Delson, you can send your topic on chat if you're not if your voice is not clear. You can answer and you can send your topic on chat and answer on chat also. I'll let you do that.
But to whom? To you,
because
right?
You can just chat to me. You can send it to me just because your audio is bad.
Send a message to us, Srijit.
You can send a message
No,
to
Raj.
me.
Or you want me to go first?
But Rajiv, you pick. You are. Yeah. I'll just try to connect
Actually, we
again.
can hear you
Somewhere
clearly
else.
now. We can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
We can hear you, Delson. Just pick a topic.
He left, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's back.
So
I can still
Rajiv,
see him, but I can't see his video. Okay, let's give a little bit more time. Can Ajay go instead of Delson?
sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Srijit, can we do that? Can we check
Yeah,
the
you can do
order?
that. We'll
Delson
let
can
you do
go
that
last.
just because Delson's having bad internet.
Okay, so Ajay, can you go ahead, please?
Yeah, business battles.
Business battles. So Ajay Punia, your first question, Ajay, coming right up. Rapidly realizing his ex-partner's company was named after a catchy contraction of their names after their acrimonious split in the 1940s, this founder named his company after which big cat that pointedly does not have stripes?
Puma.
Puma it is. That's 2 points to Ajay. Will you make it 2 for 2? We'll come to know soon enough. Your next question, Ajay. The Dash Wars were turf wars in the East End of Glasgow, Scotland in the 1980s between rival criminal organizations selling drugs and stolen goods. out of these vehicles. Operators were involved in frequent violence and intimidation tactics and generated widespread public outrage and earned the Strathclyde Police the nickname of Serious Chimes Squad for its perceived failure to address them. Fill in the blanks, please. 30 seconds on the clock. Ten seconds more, Ajay.
Old Firm.
That's a good guess, but I'll have to pass you on that. Rajiv, who's it going to be from your team?
Unless anybody knows, I'll take a guess.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll take a guess. Is it ice cream?
It is the Ice
As in
Cream
ice cream.
Wars. The clue there was Serious Chimes Squad, which is a play on Serious Crime Squad. So that's a good save by Rajiv De Silva on this on Ice Cream Wars, and 1 point to UQ. Back to the grid. We have coming up next, we have Paul Gatwood for QQQ. Paul, please choose your topic.
Oscars, please.
Oscars for Paul. The Indian documentary Writing with Fire has been nominated for an Oscar for Best Documentary Feature. It trails the journalists of XY, a newspaper run entirely by Dalit women that covers parts of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Started by Nirantar, an NGO which focuses on gender and education, identified this newspaper, which is currently published in various rural dialects of Hindi, including Bundeli, Avdi, and Bajika dialects, with a name that means news wave. 30 seconds on the clock.
Pass, don't bother.
Harsh, who would you like to nominate for this one?
I'll nominate myself.
Okay.
I think it's Khabar Lahariya.
Khabar Lahariya it is. That's a great save by Harsh Hegde. Khabar Lahariya will earn you 1 point for this one. Back to you, Paul. Your next question coming up. Since 1950, the Academy has required Oscar winners to sign an agreement that neither they nor their heirs may sell the statuettes without first offering them back to the Academy for $1. But this did not stop a famous director X, who has 3 Oscars of his own, 2 for Best Director and 1 for Best Picture. In 1996, X bought Clark Gable's Oscar for It Happened One Night, and in 2000, he famously bought Bette Davis's Oscar for Jezebel. But both Oscars did go home because he returned both of them to the Academy. Who is this Good Samaritan? The time starts now.
Is it Hitchcock?
Passing you. Harsh, who would you like to nominate?
Okay, I think I'll take it myself. 2 for Best Director, no? How many I've got 2? Steven Spielberg.
A good save in the last second by Harsh Hegde. It is Steven Spielberg. So that's 2 saves by Harsh. So and they end this round with 2 points. Back to the grid, we have Ajay. Ajay is gone. So is Delson back? Can we?
Yes, I'm back. I'm back.
Great, back
Yes.
and
Okay,
with a
let's go
vengeance.
for it,
So
yeah.
Delson, what's it going to be?
I go for Heavenly Bodies.
Heavenly Bodies. The first question, Delson, coming right up. Which moon of Neptune is named after a mythological ride of Poseidon, usually depicted as having the upper body of a horse with the lower body of a fish in Greek mythology? The name is also related to an anatomical subdivision of the brain, so named for its physical resemblance to a seahorse. Your time starts now.
Is it the hippocampus?
It is the hippocampus. The moon is hippocamp. So very confident opening by Delson. Going on to your next question, Delson. Many cultures believed that this heavenly body to actually be 2 separate bodies. The Greeks called it Phosphorus or light bringer in the morning and Hesperos or western one in the evening, while the Romans called it Lucifer and Vesper. In Sanskrit, its name means clear, pure, or brightness or clearness, and is believed to be the son of Brigu, guru of the Asuras. Identify this heavenly body. Your time starts now.
Castor and Pollux. Is it Castor and Pollux?
You'll have to repeat that, Delson. I can't hear you.
And Pollux. Castor and Pollux.
Delson, can you share it on chat? You're not hearing
I
us.
think
We
I
can't-
think
Is it-
Castor and
Yes, is it
Pollux.
Castor and Pollux?
Castor and Pollux is what he
Castor and
says.
Pollux.
Passing you.
The
Rajiv.
Gemini twin.
Would you like to try this one?
Guys, anyone knows this? Okay, I'll go. Is it Sirius?
Passing you. Harsh Hegde. Do you have a guess on this one?
Rupi, do you have an idea?
Just a guess.
Go ahead.
Is it Venus?
It is Venus. That's a great save by Rupi.
Oh,
That was my guess too. Is it Shukra by any chance? No.
I think it is Shukra actually. Yeah. So yeah, Venus will net you that steal. And we are back to the grid. So Harsh, we have coming up from your end next. We have Rupi again coming up on this one. So Rupi, what's it going to be? Oh no, it's Harsh actually. Harsh, you're next.
Harsh.
Memorials.
Memorials to Harsh Hegde. First question, Harsh. Built to honor soldiers, known and unknown, who died in World War I and the Third Anglo-Indian War, the names of thousands of soldiers are inscribed on the walls of this monument. Featuring a gentle dome with a sunken bowl meant to house a commemorative flame, this was unveiled in 1931 by Viceroy Lord Irwin. The Architectural Review, published in London in 1931, wrote, "It will emit a huge panache of memorial smoke, which the Public Works Department, slightly despairing, hope to achieve by means of gas and electric fans." What are we talking about? The time starts now. Ten seconds more.
Do you want the smoke part or the monument part?
I just need the monument.
India Gate.
India Gate it is in New Delhi. That's 2 points to Harsh Hegde. Coming up next, your next question, Harsh. At which/whose highly visited sepulchral monument would you find a replica of the gate of the Stupa of Sanchi at its gate, replica of the Ashoka pillar in its premises, a stupa containing a statue of Gautam Buddha, Torana gateways located to the north and south of the stupa, decorated with reliefs depicting people, animals, and flowers, topped with the Dhamma Chakra? The time starts now.
Ambedkar.
Very confident answer by Harsh, and that will net him 2 points again. It is the Chaitya Bhumi, which is the Buddhist Chaitya and the cremation place of B.R. Ambedkar. Back to the grid. We have Rajiv Bisilva coming up to round off this round of directs. Rajiv, what's going to be your direct?
Left. Okay, I'll go with dogs in pop culture.
Dogs in pop culture. I was hoping Gauri would take this one, but nevertheless,
Yeah, Rajiv could have left it for me, no?
it's very sad.
You had a chance to take it first.
Yeah, you had a chance, but you didn't take it. Okay, Rajiv, your first question in dogs in pop culture. Which dog belonging to Paul McCartney inspired a song on the Beatles' 1968 White Album? Paul made the lyrics general enough that they could be heard as a message to a dog or a woman, but in a slightly abstract way. So here are some lyrics from the song. "You silly girl, look what you've done. Meant to be with each other. Hold your hands out," substituting pause, "and help yourself to a bit of what is all around you." Imagine a dog running around a park. So, it was eventually people found out that it was actually about his dog and not about a woman. The time starts now. Which song?
I'll say Michelle.
Passing you. Does anybody from your team want to try this one?
Team? Ajay? No. Devika?
No.
Or Delson? Just say some B2 song with a. Okay, I can't discuss, right?
No discussion, please.
Delson? I can't see Delson, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm going to give you
Delson,
5
go
more
for it.
seconds.
Delson, go for it.
I don't think Delson's in actually. Delson has.
Okay, I guess
he is in, but I don't think he's able to respond. So Rajiv,
Okay,
I'm gonna
I'll
pass.
just take a guess because we have to. So I'll just say Lucy.
Passing you, Harsh Hegde. Do you want to steal this one?
Paul, do you have any idea? No. So I'll say Lady Madonna.
Passing you. Does anybody in the audience want to try this one out? Do we have anybody who wants to give this a shot?
Any clue?
There's a person's name in the song. The dog's name features in the song. So you guys were on the right track of thinking of songs with names in there. It's a
has a lot of
three-word.
songs named after
It's from the White Album only. So there are, and it's a three-word name.
Okay, no clue.
Okay, so the answer here is Paul's dog was called Martha, and this is Martha, my dear.
Okay. I haven't
Okay,
heard of this song.
so Rajiv, your next question. This is also known as, when it came out, it was not really highly regarded, but I think history has been kind to the song. In one of those rare instances where a dog gets lead credits in a movie, which 1985 Hindi film cast a dog called Brownie in the lead role of Moti, along with Jackie Shroff and Poonam Dhillon. The movie was a remake of director Vijay Reddy's own 1984 Kannada film, Thaliya Bhagya, starring Shankar Nag, which had also been remade in Odia as Babu I Love You, in Malayalam as Intitte Nethi, and in Tamil as Nandri. Time starts now.
Is it Hero?
Passing you. Does anybody on your team want to try this one?
Team?
I don't have anything.
Say, go with a guess. Yeah, go with a guess.
Devika, this one's yours.
Arey lagao some Jackie Shroff movie.
Jackie Shroff.
I can give you guys 5 more seconds to get this one.
Moti mere sathi.
Moti mere sathi is not the answer, unfortunately. Passing you to Harsh's team. I can see Rupi very enthusiastically.
Rupi will take it.
Go for it, Rupi.
Teri Meherbaniya.
It is indeed Teri Meherbaniya. Well done, Rupi. You clearly know your dogs in pop culture. So in the previous game, we had Arvind, playing this one, and apparently Moti the dog lived in Arvind's society. So Arvind actually had a fanboy moment with the dog, and apparently he has a few autographs in his house.
No fanboy
I'm
moment.
so
I hated
glad
dogs.
I didn't take this.
Yeah, Arvind
I
actually
hated
said,
dogs. I was scared
Arvind
of
was
them.
like, I know Moti. I was like, what do you mean you know
I know
Moti?
Moti,
He's
but
like,
I
know
hated all
this
dogs.
dog. He's like, I know this specific dog. So yeah. So it is Teri Meherbaniya. Incidentally, this was the second Poonam Dhillon movie that featured a dog in the story, and a movie before this also had the same plot, more or less. Does anybody know which movie by Poonam Dhillon had the same plot and featured a dog? Rupi?
Aapke hai kaun?
I know, but I forgot. I know there was like.
This was one
I
of
can
her
see the
first,
poster.
yeah,
but
this
I
is
can't
one of her
remember the
early
name.
movies. It was set in Kashmir.
Yeah.
This movie was Noori.
Noori was it?
Yeah, Noori. Yeah. Okay, so back to the grid. We have now the team sets, right? No, Rupi is next.
No, I'm
Rupi,
left.
what's your last?
What's left now?
So you have Need for Speed, Indian New Wave, Head of Family at 13, and that's it. Yeah.
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed.
I'm like
Your first
bad in
question,
all
Rupi,
people.
on Need for Speed is coming up. This 677 kilometer long race witnessed multiple record-breaking attempts during the COVID-19 pandemic, as contestants took advantage of a reduction in both road users and law enforcement presence. Which racing event, inspired by a driving pioneer and movie, is traditionally is flagged off from New York City's Red Ball Garage and ends at the Portofino Hotel in Redondo Beach, Los Angeles? The time starts now.
Mm.
10 seconds more, Rupi.
I'm just guessing 7-day race. I don't-
Passing you. Harsh, do you want to try this one? Or is anybody in your team up for this?
Paul, Gauri. Paul has an idea, so Paul go.
Is it called the Transocean?
Passing you, Paul, to Rajiv's team.
Guys, any idea? Go for it.
Yeah, I'll take this. Yeah. Race across America.
Unfortunately, not the answer. Does anybody in the audience want to try this?
No, sure.
This was picked up pretty quickly in the previous round. Lots of clues here. I mean, we're talking about a iconic-ish movie, and which featured the same story of people racing by. I can see Jonathan Jose Hans has the answer. It is indeed Cannonball Run. This is the Cannonball Run, which was a very star-studded movie, and the race is named after Irvin Cannonball Baker. The pandemic has been quite interesting because the idea is these cars are supposed to be disguised as normal cars, and they evade law enforcement to make this run coast to coast. So that was Cannonball Run. Your next question, Rupi. Not to be confused with an old school time game, the XY racing format prohibits riders from pre-running a race, leaving whoever is in the lead to blaze the trail, while others follow in chase, like X's pursuing a Y. Now, X's and Y's similarly feature in a proverb that means to decidefully purport to remain on good terms with both sides in a conflict. So what is this racing format called? Five seconds more, Rupi.
Tag and run racing.
Passing you. Harsh, anybody on your team will try this one?
Gauri, Paul, any school game you all remember? No. Okay. So I'll say winners and losers.
Passing you. Rajiv.
Guys, I'll take this. Cat and mouse.
Close, but no cigar, Rajiv. This was
Shit.
unfortunately not cat and mouse, but
Hold on,
hare and
hold on,
hound.
hold on. Audience,
It's hare and hound.
audience.
Oh, sorry. I didn't get that one. Sorry. It is. Did you get this, Paul?
I knew
Paul is
one, but not the other.
Okay, yeah. So this is the proverb being hold the hare and run with the hounds, and hare and hound racing. Right. So now we're back to the grid. So now we're back to the now we reach the team sets. Going first, we have QQQ. No, is it UQ? Okay.
Yeah.
So Unhygienic Quizmongers, it's your first shot at this
You
one.
have Indian New Wave and Head of Family at 13, right?
Yeah.
Guys, what sounds good to you? I have no clue what Indian New Wave is. It must be some new wave cinema and shit.
Pop culture.
Of
Yeah.
music.
Head of family at 13.
So, Head of Family at 13, I assume will be a very small specific set.
No,
so-
let's do it new wave.
Indian New Wave.
Yeah,
Ajay,
take the
what
new
do you
wave. Take the new
Okay,
wave.
we'll do. Is Delson in the thing? I can't hear him, see him at all.
Delson just
Delson, are you
came in.
here?
I just came, just logged in.
Okay, fine. We are going with Indian New Wave. So Delson, just shout out loud if you know anything.
Yeah, so Indian New Wave, here's your first.
Or put it in chat, Delson.
Yeah, you can also send it on chat. Okay.
Okay.
Your first question, guys.
But
Indian
not on
New
the
Wave.
common chat. Oh, yeah, on the common chat also is okay.
That's fine, yeah. Maheshwari Amma, better known by her stage name KPAC-X, was a Malayalam film and stage actress who started her acting career with the KPAC, a prominent leftist drama troupe that was very influential in popularizing the communist movement in Kerala. She was given the screen name X, and later, when she started acting in movies, the tag KPAC, which was added to her screen name, differentiated from another actress who shared the same name. So either give me her screen name or the full form of KPAC. I'll accept either.
Oh, either. So I don't know, unless X is like unworkable, you have to just know it,
So
right?
X is the name of the actress, basically. And then the actress, KPAC was added to her name to differentiate her name from another actress who had the same
So
name.
KPAC, I know. I'm discussing. So KPAC is more workable, I think, guys. So let's say Kerala something. Kerala Political
something
Action
committee. A political action committee.
Or the other angle we can work out is that she shared her name with another. So is it like Smita? One Silk Smita and one KPAC Smita?
No, because Malayalam. No?
Malayalam. Okay.
I'm going to have to, I need an answer, guys.
So we'll go with full form of what we discussed, KPAC.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say Kerala Political Action Committee.
Passing you.
No, it doesn't pass.
This doesn't pass, so I'm going to just open it up to the public. Does anybody want to try this one?
Is X Jayalalita?
Close enough. I'll give it to you. It's actually Lalita. So this is KPAC Lalita. She was one of the leading, very, very old doyens of the Malayalam film industry who passed away a few weeks back.
How is this Indian New Wave? I don't know.
So she was one of the early contributors to the Indian New Wave, and she was also married to one of the popular Indian New Wave directors. And she acted. She was a very big actress in the Indian New Wave, in the early New Wave of Malayalam movies. Your next question, guys.
Early New Wave, like the old wave.
Exactly, the old wave of New Wave. Yeah.
That has become old.
Okay, next.
Following the lifting of Saudi Arabia's ban on public theaters in December 2017, which 2018 film shot extensively around Dharavi, CTS, and Grant Road beat Akshay Kumar's Gold to be the first Indian film ever to be released in Saudi Arabia. And then on your right, you can see a tweet by Akshay Kumar bragging about how Gold is the first Bollywood movie to release in Saudi Arabia. So which Indian movie beat Gold actually?
2018. Dharavi, Grant.
Yeah.
Bombay
2018 film.
Was there
So Akshay Kumar is tweeting about his movie, not about this, right?
Yeah, so I don't want the Akshay Kumar.
Focus on Dharavi and Grant Road.
So Dharavi, it must be some movie on the
Something like Kamatipura or something.
Is there a movie called Kamatipura?
Guys, I'm going to need an answer.
Okay, so I'll go with that Kamatipura thing. Okay, we were saying Kamatipura.
Unfortunately, not the answer. Does anybody in the audience want to try this one? It stars a very, very iconic actor, very, very big name.
Zero?
No. So this is
Pan.
Kala by Paranji. And it was a Rajnikant movie which was featured extensively in these areas. Going back to the grid.
Who's Paranji then Rajnikant the same? No.
No, Paranji is the director. He's leading the new wave in South Indian cinema. And and Rajnikant, of course, has been his own wave generator.
Srijit will select Head of Family at 13.
Head of Family at 13. Harsh, your first question. Identify X X's father was a descendant of Tipu Sultan and mother was an American. X's father was a city lecturer who met his wife in the US and married and moved to France, where X was born. Losing their father at the age of 13, X took on responsibility of their grief-stricken mother and younger siblings. In World War II, the Air Ministry sent X, then living in England, to France to help the resistance operate wireless networks. Caught and executed by the Nazis for being a spy in 1944, X was posthumously awarded the Croix de Guerre by France and George Cross by England. Who is X?
Paul, World War, England.
No idea.
This is not an actress, no? Okay, so I'll say this is Charles de Gaulle.
Unfortunately, not the answer. Does anybody in the audience want to try this one? So X was a woman.
Is it Noor Ilayat Khan?
It is Noor Ilayat Khan. Unfortunately, can't give you the points for that, but good guess anyway. It was Noor Inayat Khan. Your next question. Owner of his own drama company, X's father was a maestro of Natya Sangeet and X's first guru. Now, this family, X's family, slid into poverty. Ignore the Z, please. X's family slid into poverty after initially enjoying prosperity as the company flourished in the early days. The responsibility of looking after her family then fell on 13-year-old X after her father, beset by creditors, took to alcohol and died a broken man. X first acted in a few Marathi films in minor roles, then sang in them, starting on a glorious career in the movie industry as a singer, music director, and film producer. Who is X?
Guys, is this Lata Mangeshkar?
But she's never a film producer. And she
Are you
didn't
sure?
do music direction either.
She did music direction, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was she a film producer?
I don't know about the film producer part.
I think it's a good guess.
Because her father was a maestro of Natya Sangeet. He had his own company. He died due to alcohol.
That's a great guess.
But this could be a trick
Go
question.
with
No?
it. Go with it.
What is that other?
And she did act in a few Marathi films at the start. But I don't know the film producer part. But I'm sure she must have produced 1 or 2 films.
It's okay, guess we won't feel bad.
Srijit will go with Lata Mangeshkar.
And Lata Mangeshkar will get you the points. It is indeed Lata Mangeshkar. Well cracked there, guys.
Excellent.
Back to the grid. We have what's left.
No,
So
we,
now
now
we
it's a
have
reset.
mystery sets. Raji, what mystery set will you go for? A or B?
Guys, are you feeling like A or feeling like B?
Ajay, you pick.
Let's go with B.
Yeah, let's go with B. We'll go with B.
Mystery set B for the Unhygienic Quizmongers. Your first question, guys, coming right up. Better Luck Tomorrow, 2002, and X in 2006 are 2 American crime drama films directed by Justin Lin. Both films revolve around Asian Americans who get involved in a world of petty crime and material excess. Both films feature a leading character called Han Lu, portrayed by Sung Kang. Now, Han Lu's second outing in X has since been retroactively connected to Lin's earlier film and is now theoretically the first movie in X's sprawling 9-part movie franchise. Which movie am I talking about, or which franchise? Like, you can give me either.
Fast and Furious. I think it's
Guys,
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
any guesses?
Yeah.
2006-9 film.
2006.
Fast
9
and
parts.
Furious. Yeah.
Fast and Furious is my guess. That one fellow looks familiar.
Which fellow? Okay, that's a good guess.
The Tokyo Drift. That
This could be the Need for Speed quad.
Yeah. This should be Fast and Furious.
Yes. I'll need an answer,
Nine.
guys.
Srijit will go. Fast and Furious.
And it is Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift, and the Fast Saga. So the event, so Han became a very popular character in Tokyo Drift. He was killed off in the end of Tokyo Drift, but because of his popularity, they brought him back like Mihir Virani in the new Fast and Furious movies. And he's also the same character who played in Justin Lin's earlier movie. Your next question, guys. So that's 2 points to you on this one. Your next question. His supposedly feigned desire for an Oscar became part of his act. While introducing the 1968 telecast, he quipped, "Welcome to the Academy Awards," or as it's known at my house, Passover. Identify this British-American comedian, vaudevillian, actor, singer, dancer, and author who hosted the Academy Awards ceremony 19 times between 1939 and 1977 and starred in more than 70 short and feature films, including a series of 7 road musical comedy movies with Bing Crosby as his top-billed partner. The time starts
Guys,
now.
this must be Bob. This must be Bob Hope.
Yeah.
Unless anybody knows better.
Comedian, actor, singer. Yeah, must be.
Yeah, Bob Hope hosted a lot of Oscars. So shall we go with that?
19 times. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we'll go with Bob Hope.
And Bob Hope will net you the points. It is indeed
Shabash.
Bob Hope. Your next question, guys. Identify this animal that is esteemed for its ability to catch birds in flight and was used for coursing by Mughal emperors in India. It's characterized by a robust build, long legs, a short face, long tufted ears, and long canine teeth, and is native to Africa, Middle East, Central Asia, and arid areas of Pakistan and northwestern India. If it helps, I've also put a little cartoon there by Rohan Chakravarti, which talks about, why you always angry with your dude, and the animal in question is saying it's just my facial markings.
Rajiv, any idea?
Oh, yeah, I think this is the Caracal. Must be part of the odd sounding named thing. Caracal.
And it has facial marking.
The other thing that is possible is Lynx, but Lynx is not odd sounding. So I think it is, yeah, it's found in India. Caracal. So unless anybody has any reason to stop me. Okay, Srijit will go with Caracal.
Caracal will get you your points. That's a full. You guys have maxed out on this set. Well done, guys. That is indeed the Caracal, and you can see the facial markings that makes it look like it's always perpetually angry, but it's not. It's just its face. And we have mystery set A coming up for Harsh's team. Harsh, if you're ready, here's your first question. Described by the New York Times as a gritty, realistic drama, this movie was based on plays by Bijon Bhattacharya and the story Annadatta by Krishan Chandra. Identify this 1946 movie, the first Indian film to receive widespread distribution in the Soviet Union. The time starts now.
Rupi, Gauri, anyone wants to read Cyrillic?
We need wish.
This is what Pather Panchari or something. I don't know. Apur Sansar.
Could be Pather Panchari.
And what was the third one? Appu only, I think. This does not look. This is more like Apur Sansar. SANSAR. APUR.
Could be, yeah.
No.
I'm going to need an answer, guys.
Okay. We'll say Apur Sansar.
Unfortunately, not the right answer. Does anybody in the audience want to try this one?
This Nicha Nagar.
No, but that's a good guess. This movie is Dharti Ke Lal. It was about the Bengal famine by K. Abbas. Your next question, guys. The modern names for X's moons were suggested by John Herschel in 1847, named after mythological figures associated with the Roman and Titan of time. The then known 7 satellites were named after Titans, Titanesses, and giants. When in the 20th century the names of Titans were exhausted, the moons were named after different characters of the Greco-Roman mythology or giants from other mythologies. Name X.
Is this
Saturn? Because Saturn has maximum moons, right?
Saturn has a moon
thought
called
Jupiter.
Titan also.
Yeah.
Jupiter has also Jupiter has the moon called Ganymede and all. I think.
If you know that Saturn has a
it's named. It's called Titan. It's not named after Titans. But here they said the moon's names have to be exhausted, so there has to be many moons. I think only Jupiter can have that many moons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has some
Maximum amount of moons is Jupiter, right?
Has to be. It's too big.
Then
Yeah.
makes sense, Jupiter.
Jupiter has that Ganymede and all.
I'm
I don't
going
know
to
if
need an
they
answer, guys.
are. We'll
Maybe
say
they
Jupiter.
started using.
We'll say Jupiter.
You say Jupiter. And unfortunately, you should have gone for your first guess. It is unfortunately Saturn, which has 83 moons. Your next question, guys. At varying points over 2 months, Virginia-based lighting artist Dustin Klein projected the faces of Black activists and thinkers like John Lewis, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, and Webb Duval, overtop the statue of which controversial American figure at the Monument Avenue in Richmond, Virginia?
I know this. This is Robert E. Lee. He was the head of the Confederate Army. So I think I'll go with this, guys.
Yeah, go with it. Yeah, that's right.
It's Robert E. Lee.
Robert A. Lee will net you your points, Harsh. That's
Saturn we should have got.
2 points to you guys on that one. Which brings us to the end of round 1 of today's game. Interesting scores.
What's the score?
To give you guys the scores now. We have the Unhygienic Quizmongers at 11 points. And just a little ahead of them, we have Quizzerponn at 15 points. It's still anybody's game. And we're just halfway through this quiz. So shall we take a 5-minute break? Do you guys need more time?
Yes, I hope my
5 minutes.
hope the 5 minutes help to restore the video or the Wi-Fi network.
Okay, let's make it 5 minutes. We'll see you guys in 5.
Hey, Delson.
No sledging.
Is everyone back?
Yes.
Yes, I'm back.
All hands on deck.
Devika is
Captains,
also
just
back,
do a
yes.
quick check.
Oh, and we can see Nelson properly now. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aha,
I am here.
Nelson.
So much light.
Okay. Cool. So shall we start then?
Yes.
Captains, do you have any change in your orders before we start the match? Before we start round 2?
We don't have a change.
Harsh? Any change? Cool. So then let's get started. So going first, we have Harsh's team. So we have Gauri going up first. Gauri, I'm going to show you the grid now. Here are your questions, Gauri.
Place name origin.
Place name origin. So yeah, this round gets shorter. The questions are going to be shorter in this one, hopefully, and hopefully more crackable. So let's go with place name origin for Gauri. The first question, Gauri. Which country's name means land of the Aryans or land of the free? The term Arya is from a proto-root, generally meaning noble or free, cognate with the Greek-derived word for aristocrat. The time starts now.
I'll go with Uzbekistan.
Passing you. Harsh, would you like to try this for your team, or is there anybody who wants to try this?
Want to take this? Okay,
I just
can't.
have a guess. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, I'll take this then.
I'm going to need an answer, Harsh.
Is this Iran?
And it is Iran. That's a good save by Harsh. Iran's name comes from the land of the Aryans, the modern Persian name for Iran. That's a good save by Harsh. 1 point to QQQ. Your next question, sorry. Which country's name is derived from the Latin word for free, so named because the country was established as a homeland for freed African American slaves?
Haiti.
Passing you. Team.
I'll take this. I'll take this. All I know this.
Okay.
This is Liberia.
Liberia is correct. Again, another save by Harsh's team. So you have 2 points altogether on this game. Back to the grid. We have Devika coming up next. Devika, what's your topic going to be?
I'll take clothing origin.
Clothing origins. Your first question, Devika, on clothing origins. Which item of clothing, originally believed to have originated from Genoa, Italy, derives its name from the French word for this place?
French word for this place or just
For Genoa.
I'll pass it to my team.
Passing to your team, Rajiv.
Yeah, I'll take this. Jeans.
It is jeans. Jeans come from Genes, the French word for Genoa, may be the origin for the word jeans. And research has shown that it emerged from the cities of Genoa, Italy, and France. Your next question, Devika. The name for which multifunctional item of clothing comes from the Sanskrit word for a bond? If you translate the word from bond to Sanskrit, it should lead you to the answer.
Bandana.
Bandana is indeed the correct answer.
Lovely.
That's a good crack there because you're looking at Bandhan, which takes you to bandana. So bandana is the correct answer there. So that's 3 points to the Unhygienic Quizmongers on this round. Back to the grid. We have Paul Gatwood coming up next. Paul, what's your topic going to be?
I'm going to have to take sporting idioms, I think.
Sporting idioms. Your first question, Paul. What sporting term referring to a state of fatigue finds its origins in dementia pugilistica, a neurological disorder triggered by repeated dazing blows to the head over an extended period of time? So it's an idiom that finds its origins in dementia pugilistica.
Boxer's brain.
Very good guess there, but unfortunately not the correct one. Harsh, would you like to try this? From anybody from your team?
Do you have any idea? Rupi, what do you think? You have an idea?
Just a guess. Just a guess.
How sure are you? Okay, go ahead.
Is it a knockout?
Passing you.
Go for it,
Rajiv, do you have a steal on this one?
Yeah.
Yes. Ajay will go for it.
Rope-a-dope.
Pardon?
Rope-a-dope.
Unfortunately, not the correct answer. Does anybody in the audience want to try this one? Do we have anybody in the audience?
Is it pugilist for boxers? No, the term.
No, pugilistic is the boxer's term.
Muhammad Ali's, no, he would take punches
You're talking about
and then he
the,
would tire it down and rope-a-dope.
so the idiom is something to do with the way
see
the
that?
boxers are after getting punched. It's called punch drunk.
Oh.
So you get the word punch drunk. Love comes from, it's usually used a lot, but it is a state of dementia that they would have after
nice
getting
one.
punched too many times. So the clues there were the pugilistic should take you to punching and boxing. Okay, so on to your next question, Paul. There are two wildly different explanations of the origin of this idiom. The first origin story states that it's a sports term taken from the game of croquet in the mid-1850s. The second origin story gives credit to the 1840s US presidential campaign where candidate William Harrison employed a gimmick involving these 10-foot objects, which are made of leather and tin, which were carted from one campaign rally to the next. So what is this idiom that lends its origins from this picture and this rally that you see? I would urge you to look at the picture carefully and then think of an idiom that could have come from this.
Is it going through hoops?
Passing you, Harsh.
Rupi, are you sure? Because I have a good guess.
I have a good guess also, but up to you.
Okay, I think I'll go. Is it, let's set the ball rolling, get the ball rolling.
It is indeed get the ball rolling. Was
Same
that your guess,
guess.
Rupi?
Yes, same guess.
Good guess there and a good save again. So the answer is get the ball rolling. Back to the grid. We have Delson coming up next. Delson, what's it going to be?
I'll go for inventive women.
Inventive women for Delson. Your first question, Delson, coming up. Developed by Stephanie Kolek at DuPont in 1965, this is a high-strength material first used commercially in the early 1970s as a replacement for steel in racing tires. It's typically spun into ropes or fabric sheets that can be used as such or as an ingredient in composite materials components. Identifies heat-resistant and strong synthetic fiber that's 5 times stronger per weight than steel.
Is it Kevlar?
It is indeed Kevlar. I left out the most obvious one, which is bulletproof vests.
Good one, Delson.
Which was developed by Stephanie Kolek. The answer is indeed Kevlar. Your next question, Delson. Which cryptocurrency is named after a 19th century countess and English mathematician? She is generally recognized as the world's first computer programmer thanks to her work on recognizing the larger applications and creating the first algorithm for Charles Babbage's proposed mechanical general purpose computer, the analytical engine. You can either give me her name or the name of the name of the cryptocurrency.
Ada
Both of which are
Lovelace.
listed. It is indeed Ada Lovelace, and the cryptocurrency is Ada. After Ada Lovelace.
Punya was waiting to take that pass, but nahi mila usko.
Pardon?
Punya was waiting to take that pass.
I could see that, yeah, Punya. I kept a few questions for crypto bros. I realized both teams had crypto bros.
I'm not a crypto bro, yeah.
You're a crypto bro.
That's JK. That's JK.
Okay, then. So that's 2 for 2 for Delson. Back to the grid, we have Harsh Hegde. Harsh,
Former state capitals.
Former state capitals. Your first question, Harsh. Painted by John Johnson in 1798, what former capital is shown here? I would urge you to look at the picture carefully.
I expected this to be easy, but okay. Okay, so this is a former capital. No? Okay.
10 seconds more. And what are your answer, Harsh?
This is Kolkata.
Passing you. Anybody on your team want to try this one?
In my team, Rupi, just take a guess.
Baton Rouge.
Passing you. Rajiv.
Anyone? Yeah, Punya, go for it.
Is this Pune? Pune.
Close but not cigar. I would say you have to go a little closer than that. Does anybody in the audience want to try this one? You're in the right country for sure, and you're very close to the capital.
Nagpur.
No, no. Think even local. Actually.
I thought all state capitals was India only. I wasn't thinking outside. Anyway.
This is actually our own old Goa.
Sorry?
What you're seeing there, what you're seeing there is a Rosary Church in the Red Roof and St. Paul's Seminary, which fell into ruin in the 19th century.
Damn.
And this is Panjim, also painted by the same guy. Yeah, this was cracked by Doc in the last second, but yeah, this is old Goa. Next question: in which former capital is Manmohan Singh paying homage to the last king of a monumental Indian empire? Time starts now.
Rangoon or Yangon, however you pronounce it.
Yangon will give you the answer. This was Bahadur Shah Zafar II. It's 2 points to Harshek. Back to the grid. We have Ajay Punya coming up next. Ajay, what's going to be your topic?
I'll take modern scams.
Modern scams.
Or bedroom. Sorry, I have just okay.
The Dropout is a series starring Amanda Seyfried, playing the founder of which now defunct health technology company, whose name was derived from a combination of the words for therapy and diagnosis. The company soared in valuation after the company falsely claimed to have revolutionized blood testing with a single prick. Which company? The time starts.
Theranos.
It is indeed
Theranos.
Yeah.
Very quick and assertive answer by Ajay Punya. This was Elizabeth Holmes for Theranos. Your next question, Ajay. Coming from a phrase meaning to withdraw support unexpectedly, what scam in the crypto industry involves fraudulent developers who create new crypto coins, pump up the price, and then pull out as much value out of them as possible before abandoning them as their price drops to zero? What's the name of this scam? Your time starts now.
And there could be many, but rug pull.
Is indeed rug pull. Well done
Nice
there.
one, Crypto Bro.
He's definitely a crypto bro. I mean, this claims cements Ajay Punya as a crypto bro.
No, because okay, later, another time.
All right then. Back to the grid.
So just before we go on to the next thing, I just update from the other match is that Annie has landed up at our house because his internet has crashed there.
Oh no.
Annie just walked into the door. Okay, go on. Sorry for the interruption.
All right. Then. Moving on, we have Harsh. Is Harsh the next? No, we have Rupi next. Rupi, what's going to be a topic?
Oh, I'm next. I thought it was Harsh.
Harsh played, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rupi,
Pick
you're
some
next.
easy thing, yeah.
Okay. The fine art of mixing drinks.
The fine art of mixing drinks. X is one of the 6 basic drinks listed in David A. Embury's 1948 book, The Fine Art of Mixing Drinks. This cocktail is traditionally made with cognac, orange liqueur, and lemon juice. Embury credits the invention of the drink to an American Army captain in Paris during World War I, who allegedly named it after a motorcycle component that the captain used. What is the name of this drink / cocktail? Time's up, Rupi. I need an answer from you.
Headlights.
A good guess, but not correct. Anybody on your team wants to try this out?
Gauri, do you have any idea?
I have a guess. Shall I go ahead?
Go ahead.
A screwdriver.
Passing you. Rajiv's team. Does anybody have a guess on your team?
Anyone has anything?
I can guess.
You have? Yes, Devika, go for it.
Is it a piston?
Not, unfortunately, not the answer. Does anybody in the audience want to try this?
Anything called a carburetor?
No. This is something called a sidecar.
The sidecar.
The sidecar is a very popular, one of the most popular cognac-based cocktails. And you can see Remy Martin there also trying to take credit for this cocktail. Your next question, Rupi. X is another of the 6 drinks listed in the fine art of mixing drinks. This cocktail is traditionally made with applejack, grenadine, and lemon or lime juice. Believed to have been named after the pink Jacquemus rose, the most likely explanation of its name is that it's a simple portmanteau made of one of the 2 main ingredients and the color of the cocktail. Now, this drink was also a favorite of John Steinbeck's and featured in Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises, in which Jake Barnes drinks this in the Crillon Paris hotel bar while waiting for the arrival of Lady Brett Ashley.
Red apple.
Passing you.
Does Paul and Gauri have any clue? No? Then I'll make one portmanteau myself. I'll say Red Jack.
Close but no cigar. Does anybody, Rajiv's team, do you guys want to try this one?
Anybody knows? Or should I lagao something? Nelson, Ajay?
No, nothing. I don't have anything.
I'll say apple teeny.
Not the apple teeny. Anybody in the audience wants to try this?
Is it red grenade?
No, it's not the red grenade. So it's a portmanteau is the Jack and the Rose. It's called the Jack Rose. It's become pretty popular now in the last 5-6 years. Again, it's come back into most hipster bars, and it's a portmanteau of Applejack, and the rose is the color of the cocktail. Back to
Anjali,
the
you have
grid.
internet at home.
Back to the grid. We
I'm
have
using
now
my
team
hotspot.
sets, right?
His
We
phone
have
crashed.
team sets?
Yeah.
No, I'm left.
Data
Raji
crashed.
is left. Raji, what's going to be your guess?
What is left? Historic
We have
discoveries.
historic discoveries. We have
Icons of rap.
eponymous words.
Okay, I'll take eponymous words.
And
Eponymous
icons of
words.
rap.
I'll take eponymous words.
Eponymous words. This word lends itself to a comic character created by Harold Tucker Webster for his cartoon series titled The
Hello,
Timid Soul.
Srijit.
Pardon? The character himself,
Sorry, what?
named
Nothing,
after
nothing.
Blandford, is a mild-mannered person who seemed to be meek, and the word is now pejoratively used to refer to such persons. What is the word / name of the character?
I'll say pushover.
Passing you.
Team. Any guesses?
None.
Just guess something. Delson, can you go for it? Lagao something.
Delson has left the building again.
Can't think of something.
Oh, he's here.
Okay, I guess we passed it.
Harsh?
Does anyone have any idea? Rupi, go ahead.
Okay, have a pure guess. Pure guess.
Go ahead.
Couch potato.
Unfortunately, not the answer. Anybody in the audience?
Is this
Brussels sprout.
pasty?
Insipid.
Sorry.
No. I think Doc was the only person who got this one. He got this immediately.
Insipid?
It's not insipid. This is Doc's direct, and he got it before I could finish the question. This is milk toast. Casper Milk Toast is the character, and it's the term is milk toast for meek people. Your next question. This word acquired its name from the surname of a French minister of finance under Louis XV named Etienne de X. Believed to have been a derisive reference to X's petty economies to finance the 7 Years' War, X portraits were a cheap way of making a likeness of someone by using this technique to cut the profile of a person and paste it on a white background. Other theories also refer to his brief tenure in office or the story that he decorated his chateau with such portraits. What are these portraits called, or what was Etienne de's surname?
Silhouette.
It is indeed silhouette. The word silhouette comes from this technique. Silhouette was named after Etienne de Silhouette. Back to the grid. We have Harsh's team coming.
Icons of rap and historic discoveries.
We have
So icons of rap will
and
be a smaller
historic
subset,
discoveries.
but I have no clue about that. Guys, what do you suggest? Historic discoveries?
Historic discoveries.
Rap, I have no clue about at all.
Yeah, go with history.
Historic discoveries. But
Historic
I assume icons of rap will
discoveries.
be easier, but okay.
I don't
Are
know
you going
one
with
thing
historic
about
discoveries,
that.
guys?
Yeah.
Okay. The first question then. Armalcolite is a titanium-rich mineral with the chemical formula so and so. It's named after 3 discoverers who discovered this mineral along with tranquillityite pyroxferoid during their travels in 1969. Now, the synthesis of armalcolite requires low pressures, high temperatures, and rapid quenching from about 1000 degrees Celsius to the ambient temperature. Who are the 3 people it's named after?
This could be the landing on the moon. That's 1969.
Armstrong,
The
Collins, and Aldrin, right?
Aldrin and Collins.
Yeah. Okay, nice guess, Paul. This is Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins.
That is indeed the right answer there. That's a nice crack by Paul. Armalcolite is just all their names. It's just a mixture of all their names. So Armstrong, you can see all their names.
Yes.
That will lead you to the answer. So it is indeed Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins, the first men on the moon, and this was named after them. Your next question. The Looking for X project discovered the remains of which king, the last of his kind to die in battle in the former Greyfriars Priory Church in Leicester in 2012. The remains had telling features like bones belonging to a male with an age range estimation of 34, consistent with X, who was 32 when he died, holes in the skull, lower jaw, that matched up with contemporary sources that refer to head injuries by weapons like the halberd that were historically reported to have been used to kill X.
Paul, is this Richard III? It is Richard. I don't know the number. That's the only
It's
thing.
definitely the third. Yeah, it's definitely something the third. Go on.
Srijit,
Yes,
you need the number?
I need this person's name,
Guys.
including number.
Okay, I think it
Yeah,
is
you
Richard
got the
III.
number, he got the name.
We'll
So.
go with Richard III, Srijit.
That is indeed the correct answer. It was Richard III.
Lovely.
Your next question. Okay, we're back to the grid. So, icons of rap for the Unhygienic Quizmongers.
Okay.
It's going to be a 2-on-2 for this team. Let's find out. The first question, guys. Identify this Indian Tamil rapper, lyricist, and playback singer who's known for the song Vati Raid from Master and a super hit single Enjoy Enjami, which has garnered 384 million views as of Jan 2022 on YouTube, becoming the first Tamil independent single to do so.
Guys, this is Arivu.
Go for it. I know I've seen this many times, but I don't remember this guy.
This is Arivu, Srijit.
It is indeed Arivu.
Well done.
To the Unhygienic Quizmongers. Unfortunately, the previous game, I think nobody got Arivu in the previous one. Next question. Missy Elliott put her thing down, flipped it and reversed it back in 2002. But what was the song which featured that famous lyric called?
Hey, wasn't it Get Your Freak On?
Yeah.
Does anybody know anything about this? It was called Get Your Freak On, no? That one.
Thank you, Rajiv. yeah, let's go with that.
Did it have this lyric? Put
Oh,
the thing down?
Rajiv, do that again. Do that again. What was that?
Yeah,
Okay, that's the only Missy Elliott song I know. Does anybody knows any other Missy Elliott song?
Yeah, Get Your Freak On only. No, just you already got your freak on this one.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer,
that's
Rajiv? That is unfortunately not the correct answer. But close, but no cigar. This doesn't pass, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So this was Work It.
Work It.
Is it worth it? Work it. Reverse it.
Can we have the scores now?
Yeah, we'll have the scores now. So interesting developments on the score front. We have a reversal of tide, so to speak. We have Quizzerponn at 24 points and the Unhygienic Quizmongers at 26 points. It's going to be a very, very tight one down to the finish.
Guys, come on, we need to get 3. We need to get 3. Let's go.
Let's so mystery sets. Back to the mystery sets now. So team Harsh,
we'll go with A.
We'll go with A. Set going to be?
A.
A is, will it prove to be lucky or
who knows?
Which is set A, your first question, team Quizzerponn. Named Elias Gilbert, French for Gilbert Islands, in about 1820 by Russian Admiral Adam von Krusenstern and Captain Louis du Perret, after the British captain Thomas Gilbert, identified this independent island nation whose name was adopted in 1979 at independence. It's the Gilbertese rendition of Gilbert's, the plural of the English name of the island's main archipelago, the Gilbert Islands. Lots of Gilberts here, but I need a simple one-word answer.
Paul?
Wow. So what is this the set of from previously, do you think?
Yeah, name origin, place origin. Is it something called Elbert or something? Elbert's? Hilbert,
Think
whatever.
of country names.
There's a country called Elbert.
What are islands?
It's an island nation. It's not like a big country. Gilbertine? Something called Gilbertine?
Could it be?
Answer, guys?
No, could it be Cabo Verde? No.
No.
Could it? Vanuatu or something like that. It's got
No,
to be
no. It has to be
Australasian.
something a rendition of Gilbert.
Something
Okay,
from
so
G. An island nation from
I'm
G
going to need
you
an answer,
require,
guys.
right?
Your time is up.
Srijit, is this
Guam. I don't know.
Elbert? This is Elbert.
Unfortunately,
Guam?
that's not the answer. Does anybody in the audience want to try this for no points?
Kiribati.
It
Kiribati.
is Kiribati. Well done there, Raji. This is indeed the independent nation of Kiribati.
This damn country keeps coming.
It does.
Maybe they should put
It
a
comes
flag
up in-
there. I would have
I think it
recognized
comes
it.
up in most quizzes these days. Yeah.
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 If you don't know, just say Kiribati.
Yeah. And when in doubt, say Kiribati. Okay. Your next question, guys. The daughter of King Agamemnon and Queen Clytemnestra plotted to kill her mother and stepfather, Aegisthus, for murdering her father. Which specific type of psychological phenomena, usually referred as the female equivalent of a popular male phenomena, is named after her? You can see the plot of the story. Just give me the phenomenon.
Electra and Oedipus, I think they're discussing here.
Oedipus का opposite क्या है? What is the opposite of Oedipus?
Electra.
It's Electra phenomena. Electra complex,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah,
Sure,
Electra
sure.
complex is, yeah.
Okay. Then we'll go with that, Srijit. It's the Electra complex.
It is the Electra complex. That's very well worked out again. It is the opposite of the Oedipus complex. It's called the Electra complex. And your last, is that the last question? Yes. Your last question, guys. Which popular city in Uttar Pradesh is named after the youngest son of Prince Shah Jahan, who was finally executed by his brother in the succession struggle? Time starts
Come on,
now.
name cities fast, guys. Ghaziabad, Faizabad. Faizabad could be this. Muradabad, Murad, Shah Murad could be that. Allahabad, blah, 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 blah. I can't think of. It has to be Muradabad. It has to be Shah Murad, I think. Any other
Allahabad?
clue? Allahabad is not.
Former
Allahabad
capital.
It's
Former
Allah.
capital.
It's not.
It's now
meaning-
Prayagraj.
It's not that. It's
I'm gonna
Muradabad,
need
I think. It's
5
Shah
seconds more,
Murad.
guys.
I think it is Muradabad.
Is that your
Srijit,
final answer?
we'll go with Muradabad.
It is Muradabad. You guys are the first team to crack this one. Well done. It is indeed Muradabad, named after Murad Baksh. So what are we looking at the scores now?
Now we just
Now we're
28.
looking at
Kiribati, yeah,
28,
Kiribati.
26.
They just need 2
28.
points to win.
28, 26.
Damn it. If we had got Saturn, we would have been.
Will this come down to the wire? We'll come to know soon enough. Mystery set B for Unhygienic Quizmongers. The first question. There are only 2 national capitals named for a US president. If one is Washington, D.C., name the other capital city named after James Monroe, the 5th president of the United States.
Monrovia.
Monrovia. This is Monrovia in Liberia. Anyway, we don't have to say Liberia, right? So we'll just say Monrovia. Correct? Delson, that's right. No?
Yes, I would go for that.
Monrovia.
It is indeed Monrovia. A very quick and decisive answer there. Capital of Liberia. That brings them up to, it's a tie now at 28-28. You guys,
Just one more, just one
you
more.
guys need to get the next one to win this quiz.
And Liberia
Let's
becomes
pass
my
this
second
and play with
Kiribati.
the last one. Let's just pass this by default.
Yes, please pass this. We need some more drama.
If we don't know it, no, we'll just say that we are passing it just for tension's sake.
Okay.
Okay, next.
Next question. The Fine Art of Mixing Drinks is a book about cocktails by David Embury, first published in 1948. This book is noteworthy for its witty, highly opinionated, and conversational tone, as well as categorization of cocktails into 2 categories, sour and X. Now, if cocktails of the sour type uses modifying agents like fruit juice, typically lemon or lime, and sugar, what are cocktails of the X type that use modifying agents like X bitters or X wines? I just want X here, like sour, is the first, sour is the first type. What is the next type called?
There are 5 types of tastes, no? So there's this sour, sugar, sugary, salty, etc. There's this fifth
See, it
one
has to
called
be X wine. Wait. Bolo, what are you saying?
Wait, it's either
Yeah.
something to do with bitters or wine. See, X bitters or X wine.
So I'm thinking it could be rose, like rosé and rose wines and rose bitters.
Yeah, makes sense. Yes.
No, sour.
Because how many types of wines are there? A dessert? No.
No,
exhibitors.
Star and
Like a fruit juice.
I'm going to need an answer, guys.
So shall I go with that? Rose? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go with Rose. Rose.
Unfortunately, it's not the correct answer.
Oh, it was
Oh,
deliberate. Well done,
Can
Rajiv.
audience go?
Yeah, audience, please go
Yeah.
try.
I mean, is it Angustra?
No, so Angustra was the guess from
Bitters.
in the previous guess also. So what kind of category are Angustra bitters?
orange.
Yummy.
No, so I
Sweet.
was thinking of aromatic bitters. So they're called aromatic bitters. Angostura are aromatic bitters, and they're aromatic cocktails. Okay, then. So tension's heating up now. We are down to
Oh, well done, Rajiv. That
picture
was
perfect.
Yeah,
planned
it's
at
tight.
lunch.
I see what you guys did there, and you're trying to
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
you're just
chalo.
amping up the tension.
Guys, no
just
pressure,
to,
no pressure.
just to be super cool. So let's.
Corey knows that we planned it during lunch.
Whatever happens,
Uh,
whatever
Down to the
happens,
wire.
we don't lose our unbeaten streak. We are still unbeaten.
No pressure, no pressure.
No pressure, no pressure.
What if it's a draw? What happens if it's a draw and they can't answer the next one?
I have a
You have a
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
I have a tiebreaker.
Oh, we have a tiebreaker. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, guys, we will crack
we
the
will- we will
tiebreaker. We will crack the
Guys, you got
tiebreaker.
this. You got this.
Okay. Your last
Okay,
question.
let's just get.
Unhygienic
Okay,
Quizmongers
Arm wrestling.
coming right up. The XY syndrome is a voice disorder that's caused by abuse or overuse of the vocal cords. It's named after two Hollywood legends who married each other in 1945 and were known for their unnaturally deep voices. Name the couple or the syndrome. I can see Rajiv already patting his shoulder.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, sorry, there's not
Rajiv,
going to
this
be a
is Dharmendra and Hema Malini, no?
Is that your answer?
I think. No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
I'm going to go with Dharmendra and Hema Malini.
Yeah, yeah, that's his
Haven't
answer. That's his
started.
answer. He just gave it.
That's
No, no, we're
answer.
going with.
Yeah, they gave their answer. They gave it. They gave it.
No, they didn't
Yeah,
give
yeah.
it. And the time's up.
Bogart and Bacall. Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart.
It is indeed the Bogart and Bacall syndrome, which cements and continues the winning streak of the Unhygienic Quizmongers in a very, very picture perfect
Well
finish.
done, good game, guys.
We have
Very good, well done, guys.
UQ
Well done.
at 30 points and QQQ at 28 points. Thank you very much.
Well done, nice.
That was tonight's
Let's
game.
have the tiebreaker.
What was
Great
the
game.
tiebreaker
Great
question?
game, guys.
Good game, good game.
Great fun, good game.
Srijit, what's the tiebreaker question?
I'll keep it for my next
Otherwise,
quiz.
I would have settled with volleyball
I'll
tomorrow.
use it for my next quiz.
Okay, everyone, we have to go and join the other game. So see you there.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
move to the
yeah,
other
yeah.
game now. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Oh, yeah,
Bye.
yeah, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay.